Hello everyone, my name is Ricardo Lizalde and I am here to present my unit of study. To start with this, I need to let you know that I work at the University of Bernardo Higgins and I applied my materials to PE or physical education students and journalism students. Currently, I work in a place called Language Resource Center, which is in charge of giving English classes to all the university programs. The so-called LRC is divided into two main rooms, which are listening and speaking room and the writing and reading room, which is the place I work. That's why I just have reading and reading exercises and tasks. Here I have the first handout that I created for them, English 1 for my PE students. We have a pre-reading activity, which is like word order basically, then fill in with the correct question word from the box, then the same thing, trying to apply the same words that they have in the box. Here, use the chart to complete the introduction, and then we have a writing activity and they have to write down their name, their nationality, their city, their marital status, age, occupation, and home, and they will have to write it down so as to put in practice what they have learned up to now. This is the writing session 1 for English 1. Then we have the English 1, pretty much the same class, the reading part, the session 1, which is mainly focused on plural and singular forms, there is, there are. Here in the item number 1, they need to match the words with the pictures according to the numbers and the names that are above the pictures. Then answer these questions. They need to figure out which word is a verb, a plural, a singular of these words, what is the plural form of the city. They need to apply what they have been taught. For example, there's a projector, there are 2 pencils. They could like take a look around the class and take examples from the class in itself. Then we have a reading comprehension, a pretty short and pretty easy reading comprehension, adapted or adjusted according to English 1. They just need to figure it out if it is true or false. Pretty much the statements are explicit over there. Then the third class would be the writing session 2, which is pretty much word order. Okay, then they will have some vault words so as to start creating their own sentences. Then number 2, look at this text and complete with the words from the pool. Answer these questions with complete sentences, of course, once they have reached a certain level of expertise or I don't know, management of what they have been taught. They could, or they are able to respond these questions or answer these questions. Then we have the positive adjectives. Extract them from the essential grammar in use. That's one of the books that we work with. And here we have some possessive adjectives. They will have to write down what they have or what their father has or what their mother has and so on. And that would be the writing session 2. Then the reading session 3 would be match the words in the box with the definitions. which is pretty much vocabulary. And then the reading, they need to look at the box, the words involved in the text, show the frequency of the activities, how often they go to the cinema. They could ask, or they could respond like 100% I go to the cinema, or not that often, like 50%, and so on. Then they have a reading comprehension, applying the frequency adverbs, and they are asked to respond or answer true or false. Then number 3, they need to name 2 activities that they always do, they sometimes do, they never do, and that would be the 4th class. Then we are going to the writing session 3. They need to match the verbs with the phrases with line. Okay. Then number 2, read the first sentence and complete the second one with always, sometimes, usually, and never. So as you see, they are interconnected, the reading part with the writing part. They need to answer those questions with complete sentences according to their own information. Here they need to read this and then to answer what that person does according to the information given, and that would be writing session 3. I did it like intentionally pretty much that simple because they are not willing to learn English. They always get to my class late, so it is important to keep them or encourage them that English is not that bad for them or that difficult for them. So I try to create these handouts as simple as possible. The simpler the better. Okay, collecting or gathering comments, suggestions, and ideas that they wanted to be included in their handouts. Here they have a pre-reading activity. Then they need to match the school subjects in the box with the information below. Okay, then according to the reading, which is here, they need to figure out which topic applies better there. And then number 2, read the text in detail. Are these ideas true or false from 1 to 10 according to this? Okay, and this is related to the pictures above, of course, and that would be reading session 4. And here, for example, in reading session 5, which is going to be mainly focused on the uses of can and can't and prepositions, here in the pre-reading activity they need to look at the pictures. What can you see? And here you could apply brainstorming or I don't know, to just let them write what they are being shown. For example, here they would be saying like, no, computer, keyboard, student. Here, table. I don't know. Here is a radio, and so on. The words highlighted in yellow are the phrases or the words that are going to be explained here. They will have to match those yellow words with the correct synonym from these ones, from the item number 2. Then they need to choose the best answers according to what they have read. And here we have the uses of can and can't, more explicit. And that would be reading session 5. Then they will have to look for the writing number 4, which is basically word order again, and the content would be focused on there is, there are, imperatives, and some and any, which is our like countable or uncountable nouns. The uses of would, who, okay, when do we have to use please? Here they're going to be given number 2, the task in which they have to select and pick the most suitable word for instance, book, which is going to be countable, or wine uncountable, unless if we are talking about a bottle of wine would be countable, and so on. I will be explaining them the differences more explicitly. Here we have pretty much the same thing, applying much, and are, in, a, isn't, has, visit, some, aren't, any, applying to the reading comprehension. Here they have to write it down anyway, and here they will have to write what they have in their town, if there is or there isn't any good restaurants, or there are or there aren't any good restaurants, if there isn't or there is a park, if there aren't any discos, and so on. And that would be the session 4 of writing. The session 5 would aim at, first of all, with a pre-reading activity, match the 2 columns to form logical classroom instructions. Then we will see the imperatives, like negative imperatives, can and can'ts and likes. Word order again, because we practice lots of word order because they are asked to write a final report at the end of the year, which is going to be given to us as like teachers, to teachers, but then they will have to figure out if they want to change 1 mark for that mark of the report. So writing reports or like writing activities in general implies lots of these grammar or structure exercises. Here again, what they usually do during the weekend. Can you use a computer well? They need to see if Peter can sing or not, or Peter's abilities related to Peter's, and that would be the writing activity related to English 1. So this is one of the handouts that I created for them. We were used to working with the essential grammar in use with books, and they felt that the content wasn't like well delivered in a friendly way. In other words, we had a conversation and I gathered information from them. They were not like willing to be working with the material that we were previously working with, and now they're really happy because, as you can see, it's pretty simple. It goes straight to the point. We just try to tackle the content that they are going to be asked in tests. So that would be pretty much my material presentation. I hope you like it, and I'm willing to receive any further comments for my material. So bye bye.